nor should one try to occupy their post without qualification. There are so many incarnations of God without the power of the Supreme Godhead. Om Agnanatiminandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitan Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Swapitam Yena Bhutale Swamrupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sigarasijita Padakamalam Sigurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathavitam Ham Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Pariyana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhavitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Vaisya Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Vacha Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnavi Bhayo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Uchideyu ime loka na kuryam karma ched aham sankarasya chakartasyam upahanyam ima prajaha. If I did not perform prescribed duties, all these worlds would be put to ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. Now Lord Krishna, in this particular verse and subsequent couple of verses before this, he is giving his own example. Last Friday, on the 20th verse, we were discussing about Janaka Maharaj. The Lord Krishna gave an example of Janaka Maharaj, that how Janaka Maharaj performed his prescribed duties. And then in the subsequent verses, we see that Lord Krishna is giving his example himself. First of all, is mentioning that he does not come under the purview of performing, that he does not have to perform prescribed duties. He is Atmanam, self-sufficient. For his purification, he does not have to perform prescribed duties because he is the source of all purity. Right? He is self-sufficient, self-satisfied. So he does not have to perform prescribed duties. However, he is mentioning to set an example for others, when he descends, he performs prescribed duties. Right? At Nanda Maharaj and Mother Jashoda's house, Krishi Goraksha Vanijyam, right? They were Vaishyas. So he performed prescribed duties as a Vaishya. He will go out to herd cows, right? And perform all the prescribed duties as a Vaishya. Right? Or when he came as a prince at Mathura, right? He performed prescribed duties as a Kshatriya, right? Providing protection to Mathura state, Puri, right? And yeah, as a Kshatriya, he will provide, he performed all prescribed duties. And further in this verse, he kind of mentions that yes, though he does not How to perform prescribed duties? He performs prescribed duties because if he does not perform prescribed duties, all these worlds will be put into ruination, right? Because then common man will try to follow just as there's this word yadyat achati shrestha tadadavatara jana. Common man will follow the principles established by superiors. And common man will also try to avoid performing prescribed duties. Right. So ultimately, as a result, it will be put into ruination. And if he does not perform prescribed duties, the further he also states, the is like yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata. He comes to establish religious principles. Right. He comes paritanya sadhana vinacheta duskritam, to give pleasure to his devotees and to annihilate the miscreants. If he does not do that, right, what would happen? The whole population would be led by miscreants. The whole population will be led by miscreants. And ultimately, what would happen? Uncivilized population. Varna Sankaraha, right? Unwanted population who is not cultured, unwanted population. In the first chapter, we see Arjuna gave one reason why he doesn't want to fight the war. The family traditions will be lost. If I will fight the war, so many people will die in the war. Family traditions will be lost, and ultimately that will lead the woman will not be protected and will lead to Varna Shankar unwanted population. And here Krishna says, if he does not fight the war, right, if he does not perform his prescribed duties, it will lead to Varna Shankar unwanted population. So he should perform his prescribed duties. Right. So that's what Norman's is completely mentioning to Arjuna that Arjuna was thinking contradictory to that. That if I will fight the war, it will lead to unwanted population. Lord Krishna is mentioning if he does not if he will not fight the war, it will lead to unwanted population, because a person needs to perform his prescribed duties, like Janak Maharaj performed, like I am performing. Lord Krishna is mentioned like the way I am performing. Though I do not have to perform, I am performing prescribed duties, following proper rules and regulations. Following proper rules and regulations. Yeah. um, and another beautiful examples which are given in the purport, where one has to follow the instructions of the Supreme Lord, not to imitate the Lord and acharyas. Right? One has to follow the instructions, not to try to imitate them. We cannot try to imitate acharyas. We cannot try to imitate advanced devotees. We cannot try to imitate the Supreme Lord. People try to imitate Lord Shiva, that, oh, he's the um, smoking ganja, this, that, the followers of Lord Shiva also try to imitate him. But would they be able to imitate the Lord's pastime of swallowing the poison, which was produced during the churning of the ocean, which Lord Shiva held at his neck? If we try to imitate that, even a fragment of that poison will kill people. Even a fragment of that poison will kill people. It's mentioned that when Lord Shiva is drinking that poison and holding at his neck, some droplets fall down, and that droplets uh, provide poisonous effects throughout the entire world, right? The snakes have poison from that. Some trees have poison from that, right? So any poison which is present in in this entire world comes from those droplets. So we won't be able to imitate the Supreme Lord, and that's why it's completely recommended. We should not try to imitate the Supreme Lord, but we should follow the instructions of the Supreme Lord, and not only the Supreme Lord, even great acharyas, right? Raghunath Das Goswami used to eat every alternate day, right? And every alternate day, how much he will eat? He will eat enough, um, like he will take charge, right? Buttermilk. And how much charge? That which will be accommodated on a leaf of tulsi, like few drops. That he will eat every alternate day. We won't be able to imitate him, the great acharyas. They have advanced just by remembering the Supreme Lord, they sustain themselves. Just by remembering the Supreme Lord, they sustain themselves. Right? They're so advanced. And if we try to follow them, right, as we will become like Sahajias and ultimately will fall down. Right? Similarly, the Lord's pastimes of lifting Govardhan Hill, it's impossible for us to imitate. But Lord's instructions, which Lord is Lord is giving in Bhagavad Gita, we should try to follow. Right? Try to imbibe the instructions which is providing to Arjuna and through Arjuna to all of us. That's the purpose of Lord instructing Bhagavad Gita and re-establishing the principles which over a period of time had been lost. Evam parampara praptam imam rajashya vidu. Right? So that should be followed. Okay. Are there any questions? Any questions, discussions? Paul, silent on this topic, on other topic, like Advaita Acharya's pastime.
Prabhuji, on Advaita Acharya pastime, if we can ask a question.
Yeah.
We say it's panchata, right?
Yeah.
So there is the Jiva Tattva is included in it, and the embodiment of Shrivas Prabhu.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself.
Yeah.
So the Krishna Vishnu Tattva. Similarly, of course, we even have Balram as Lord Balram as Lord Nityanand, and Sadashiv, combination of Sadashiv and Mahavishnu is Advaitacharya and Radharani is the pleasure, Ladani. So what are the five? Because out of these two, three are already Vishnu Tattva, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the five? Or is it meaning that, the Adi Guru or the best Vaishnav? Shiva is the greatest Vaishnav. Then Radharani is the devotee. Shrivas Thakur represents all the jivas, and Lord Nityanand,
Yeah.
he is the Adi Guru.
Yes, so this verse, Panchatukam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa. Bhakta Rupa means the devotee, in the form of a devotee.
Correct.
Who appeared in the form of a devotee? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right?
Yeah.
Mahaprabhu appeared in the form of a devotee. Bhakta Rupa. Bhakta Swarupa. Right? That's Lord Nityananda. Bhakta Avatar, incarnation of Bhakta. That's Advaita Acharya. Incarnation. Mahavishnu, the Purusha Avatar, is the incarnation of the Supreme Lord. So he has appeared as a devotee. Like I was mentioning, this pastime of Advaita Acharya trying to preach impersonal philosophy. But why was he trying to preach impersonal philosophy? Because Mahaprabhu was revering him very highly. Right? Mahaprabhu was revering him very highly, but he himself was feeling that, Advaita Acharya was himself feeling that, I am the servant of Mahaprabhu and he is revering me so highly. I should serve him as a subordinate. I am his servant. He is my master. So how do I change that mood? So he started preaching impersonal philosophy. And Mahaprabhu comes, he starts slapping Advaita Acharya, establishing himself as a master. And Advaita Acharya is dancing in joy. See, I mentioned to you that, I am your servant. You fulfill my desire. Right. So Bhakta Avatara, that's the third absolute truth. Bhaktakyam, Bhakta Sakti. Bhakta Sakti is Gadadhar Pandit. Right. Bhakta Sakti, the energy of the Supreme. Right. And Bhaktakyam, the form of the devotee. That's again Shiva's Pandit. Right.
So where does Nityanand Prabhu fit in?
Huh?
Nityanand Prabhuji, where is he? How does he fit in?
Bhakta Swarupa. First expansion of the Supreme Lord. In that way, the five absolute truths are there's panchatattva, panchatakam Krishnam, Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam, Bhakta Avtaram, Bhaktakyam, Namami Bhakta Saktikam. And as Madhupati was mentioning, the 7th chapter of Adi Lila explains this tattva in quite detail. Right? Explains this tattva in quite detail.
Okay, look it up. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Any other question, discussion?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yesterday morning, you were mentioning about Advaita Bhavan. Where is that now in India?
Advaita Bhavan is 1 hour away from Mayapur. On the way, when you go from Mayapur to Calcutta, you have to have a slight diversion, and that's where Advaita Bhavan is, Santipur. Now, before the class, 6:30 p.m., they were showing this on the GBC SPT thing about Santipur. Like tomorrow, they are going to show about Ekachakra at 6:30 p.m. Today, they were showing about Santipur, and so nice. Uh, and the importance of Santipur, yes, Kuvera Pandit and Navadevi, the parents of Advaita Acharya, they moved from Srihata or Navagram to Santipur. So Advaita Acharya's place is there in Santipur. Santipur is a meeting place of Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda, Mahaprabhu, and Advaita Acharya will meet here and discuss strategy of spreading Krishna consciousness. Right. This pastime which I mentioned also took place in Santipur. The meeting of Raghunath Das Goswami, the first meeting of Raghunath Das Goswami with Mahaprabhu also took place there. Mahaprabhu taking sannyas at Kachwa from Keshav Bharati. From there he came to Shantipur and he met Mother Sachi, his mother. Right. The Sachi Mata also used to meet Mahaprabhu at Shantipur. Uh, Pulagram, which is 30 minutes away from Shantipur, where Haridas Thakur, right, was beaten at 21 Marketplace. Later on, from Pulagram, Haridas Thakur came to Shantipur and he got initiation from Advaita Acharya also at that place, Shantipur. Then we see Madhavendrapuri also when he is in search of the sandalwood for Gopal deity and ultimately goes to Sriratcha Gopinath, he also comes to Shantipur and is a spiritual master of Advaita Acharya, where during Gaupanim time on that there's a day where is the disappearance of Madhavendrapuri. There's a big festival in Santipur called as Santipur Festival, where they say like 50,000 to 70,000 people are fed prasad. Right. So Santipur is a very important place, and Srila Prabhupada, a day before he boarded Jaladuta, he also came to Santipur, and he was crying out with tears, was petitioning for the mercy of the Supreme Lord, that my spiritual master has instructed me to go to the West, and no, it's such a hard task to go to preach this Krishna consciousness to the Western country, in the Western countries. So please, my Supreme Lord, empower me, give me a mercy. So he's crying out at that particular place in Santipur to get the mercy of Mahaprabhu, to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda, to get the mercy of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya worshipping Shaligram Sila with Ganges water and Tulsi leaves to cry out for Mahaprabhu to appear. Also, that Shaligram Sila is there in Santipur. And that worship was also happening at Santipur. And Madan Gopal deity is also there at Santipur, which Advaita Acharya used to worship. So Santipur is a very holy place, even now, as we see. So that's the house of Advaita Pat That's what it is called. So that's where it's situated near all mango groves. Quite no, it's still a wonderful place where all these uh, pastimes happened. Is that all right? Well, that's it.
Yes, Prabhuji, very nice. I didn't know that so many things happen there at Santipur. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Very-
thank you. Any other questions or discussions?
Yeah,
Or
Madhupati Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Haribol Prabhuji.
Yeah, I was just curious that since we're talking about the panchatattva, does that has any kind of like a some kind of a connection or relation or whatever, like a earth, agni, that all those five elements and that five panchatattva, anything like that?
No, there's no relationship of Bhumi upon Nala Vayu Kamamana Buddhivas. No, there's no relationship between earth, water, fire, air, and ether
Mm.
to the five elements
Element.
of the Panchatattva. This, those are elements, while this is tattva, right? Panchatattva. So it's not that, oh, one tattva of the Supreme Lord, one represents one element. No, there's no relationship. Of
Oh,
that
okay.
element.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Any other realizations or
More
discussions?
discussion is one is material, Panchatattva is spiritual, Panchabhuta and Panchatattva.
Yeah, Jabut and yeah, completely different.
Yep.
Yeah. And Advaita Acharya, in his role as Mahavishnu and combined incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiv, uses all these material elements and infuses them by creative impetus and creates the entire cosmic world. Yeah. That's no big role of Advaita Acharya. That he is the source of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he is the source of Shirodakshaya Vishnu, he is the source of Paramatma sitting within each and everybody's heart. A big, big role. And he is residing in Golaka. Right? Combined incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiv.
Prabhuji, why is so is Panchatattva? So we talk about like in ISKCON, like about a lot of importance to Advaita Acharya Prabhu's, I know why, and Nityananda Prabhu why, but why is not equal importance given to Gadadhar Prabhu's, Pandit's appearance day and Shiva's Prabhu's day? Like I don't remember like ever like celebrating their appearance day with like this. So much importance is not given. Why? Do you know the reason why?
Well, Shiva's Thakur's appearance day comes almost, look, after Gaur Purnima. Shiva's Thakur's appearance day comes after a week or two. That is given importance, not that is not given importance. It's probably for us more in the Western world, even years back, we were not able to celebrate even Advaita Acharya's appearance day on the actual day. Because of our own limitations, but otherwise there's a big importance given of Shiva's Thakur's appearance day. Now, Gadadhar Pandit's appearance day, it's like I didn't even know, or probably it may not have been even known as Gadadhar Pandit's appearance day.
That is exactly what my question is,
Yeah.
that if it's panchatattva, so much importance is given. Like I know the importance of panchatattva in ISKCON, and we like so much. And I know Nityananda Prabhu always, and you're right about Advaita Acharya, like lately only, but the Gadadhar Pandit, like I've never heard, since the time I have been in ISKCON, that the appearance day, like any discussion or anything like that.
Now, also one point for us to remember, just like we worship God Nitai, right? So the God Nitai worship happens in Vedic Bhakti, right? Vedic Bhakti means Bhakti performed with rules and regulations.
Right, yeah.
So for Bhakti performed with rules and regulations, Gaur Nitai worship is recommended. But similarly, there are temples of Gaur Gadadhar.
Okay.
Right. In Mayapur, you'll go, you'll see temples of Gaur Gadadhar. And it's considered that the worship of Gaur Gadadhar is much more advanced than Gaur Nitai, because that is in Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotion. So devotees who are at that particular platform of spontaneous devotion are recommended to worship Gaur Gadadhar. So that may be the reason that means for us it's recommended to worship Gaur Nitai.
Because we need Nityananda Prabhu's mercy.
Yeah.
And we're not that advanced.
Yeah, we are not that advanced to worship Gaur Gadadhar.
Okay.
But there are temples of Gaur Gadadhar. Even if you go to Yoga Peeth, in Yoga Peeth, when the circumambulation of it, at the back, there is a temple of Gaur Gadadhar. And there are many places I've seen in Mayapur where there are temples of Gaur Gadadhar. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Prabhuji, could it be that three are Purusha? Lord Nityanand, Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Advaita Purusha. And the devotee as the Jiva Tattva and Radharani, they are the enjoyed, the enjoyer and the enjoyed. So the Purusha is always given more importance. I'm just trying to connect. I may be way off topic. So I'm thinking if that is also another aspect of the importance what Mataji is saying from that fact.
I think it is that I've read for sure is like Gaur Gadadhar worship is considered as quite advanced. Now we know there are many pastimes of Mahaprabhu with Gadadhar Pandit. The entire Antya Lila, we discuss the pastimes of Mahaprabhu in Gambhira and Gadadhar Pandit staying in Tota Gopinath. Gadadhar Pandit taking Kshetra Sannyas, that he will not leave that particular place. Right. And in later stages, Gadadhar Pandit will teach Srimad Bhagavatam every day. And Mahaprabhu will go every day to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. Right? So there are many pastimes of Gadadhar Pandit and Mahaprabhu which we talk about. And even the deities of Tota Gopinath, how Gadadhar Pandit will worship them. And even now at an elderly state where he could not completely reach out to the deity bended themselves for Gadada Pandits to worship him. Right. So there are pastimes of Gadada Pandit, like even in Mayapur, how Mahaprabhu used to, as Nimai Pandit used to learn from Gadada Pandit. Gadada Pandit was elderly, then just like Advaita Acharya was almost 50 plus years elderly. So Gadada Pandit was also elderly, Mahaprabhu, from age perspective. But he is considered as Gaura Sakti, considered as the expansions of Srimati Radharani. We also see Gadada Pandit getting initiated by Pundarik Vidyanidhi, the entire pastime of Gadada Pandit and Pundarik Vidyanidhi, that when he goes, I believe Mukunda Datta, to Pundarik Vidyanidhi, for a while, he sees Pundarik Vidyanidhi eating grapes and lying down, and Dharman serving him, and he for a while in his mind feels, oh, Mahaprabhu sent me here, and he is like so engrossed in sense enjoyment, right? And Mukunda Datta, Mukunda Datta, Vasudev Datta, one of them, realizing that that's what Gadada Pandit is feeling in his mind, he started uh, dis, describing the pastime of killing a putana. And when just when Gadada Pandit, it's not Gadada Pandit, Pundarik Vidyanidhi started hearing that pastime, he started rolling in ecstasy. Initially, you see him as if he is self-gratifying, and then as soon as he hears Srimad Bhagavatam, or this pastime of the Supreme Lord, he is rolling in ecstasy. That then Gadada Pandit could realize that how advanced Pundarik Vidyanidhi is, and he takes initiation from Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Pundarik Vidyanidhi also in Deepika is mentioned his
Father.
incarnation, Vrishabhanu. Yeah.
So there could be one more reason that we don't directly worship Srimati Radharani. Gadadhar Pandit is also an expansion of Radharani. That's a motive we mentioned about his worship is Gaura Gadadhar, that Krishna Radharani. And I think it's that all the pastimes of Gadadhar Pandit is more related to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted, Sri Gadadhar Pandit was fulfilling just like that. All the desires or whatever it is. He just wanted to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's one reason also Gadadhar Pandit appeared along with Mahaprabhu. Just to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Could be one of the reasons that we don't directly worship Srimati Radharani. So then Gaura Gadadhar.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Babu, we are coming to your place. It seems that there's a lot of cooking going on.
What for, Prabhu? Feast?
What is the menu?
Chinese.
Chinese, all right. Very good.
I got that. What you said told me, Prabhu. Sambal.
Sambalika.
Ah,
Sambalika.
I'll make over the weekend.
Yeah. Very best. Yep. Good, good. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Guruji. Wonderful discourse, wonderful discussion. All spiritual, spiritually enlivening. Nice. Let's thank everybody. Let's also say Haribol 3 times to Madhupati Prabhuji as well. Haribol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Also pay our obeisance to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord.
Bol.
And before that, we will be having tomorrow evening, same. Tomorrow 7 to 9, 7 to 8 is Kirtan and 8 to 9 is our class. So please join, don't miss.
And in the morning, there is 9 to 10:30. This program, Vada Hari Prabhu and Achyuta Gopi singing the bhajans of Lord Nityananda. Like, believe from 8 o'clock also in the morning, 8 o'clock, there is Kadamakalama speaking on GPC SPT channel. Okay.
Very nice, thank you. So let's pay our obeisance to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. Vancha kalpatarubhasya
Kripa Sindhu Eva Patitanam Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo namaha.
Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai.
Srimad Bhagavad
Srimad
Gita
Bhagavad
ki
Gita ki jai.
Prabhupada
Prabhupada ki jai.
Premanande
Hari Hari. Hari. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Shri Madhupati Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hari.
Thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.